I love about being like an online creator and just doing this stuff is that some days I'll just do a totally different thing, like do a live walk talk in the middle of the day because it's 101 degrees outside. And I have loved doing my walks outside because it's super therapeutic to be outside, obviously. And since I've been utilizing that Melanotan too, which we're going to talk about in today's live, um, it was a great way to get myself sun exposure, right? So it was like all these birds with one stone. But we haven't done a live chat here for a while, so the hot weather brings us back inside together. How is it sounding? Does everything sound okay? Because I can't tell. Um, Melissa, does it sound okay? I hope so. And I'm going to go over some sunscreens too. So I have 4 sunscreens right now that are in repeat. And so I'm going to share with you guys about those ones and why I like them so much. Sounds great. Okay, good. And I'm walking at an incline of 3, and I'm walking at a pace of 3. And the goal is to do 3 miles. And that's what I've been doing. Okay, you guys. So over the last month, you've seen me put out a lot of content on all the social platforms. And then I did a big video last week on Melanotan 2 and how I utilized it over the last month to get my skin tan. I am not this tan. I'm typically as white as this bra. And so the idea that you can like see this drastic color change in me is like incredible. And also, if you watched last week's video on Melanotan 2, you understand that I have developed this sun allergy, and it's called polymorphous light eruption. Basically, at some point, your body just starts, attacking, like when the solar rays come into your skin, for some reason, it creates this inflammation and this rash. And it seems to happen at the beginning of the new season cycle. So whenever the sun comes again and you start going outside, all of a sudden it erupts. And so I shared about that. So if you've ever gone outside in the sun and your skin is erupted into welts and like water blisters that are so itchy, then know that that could be a sun allergy. And I am amazed at how well getting this boost in melanin to cover my skin cell DNA, not only has it given me this like beautiful color, which I love from a vanity standpoint, right? But now and here's another vanity standpoint. Now all of a sudden I can go outside and I don't have like bizarre, weird rashes that almost looks like, I don't know. I showed you a lot of pictures of it last week and it's just gross and it can come everywhere. Like it can come up here. I got it like on my chest one time. I've definitely gotten it all over my hands, arms, definitely all over my legs and down into my feet. It's just, I don't know. And so if you watched the video last week, I shared how I kind of like on day 11 kind of overexposed. Maybe I went to the tanning salon that day to try to like boost the color, and that did ignite the photosensitivity, and I started to see the red spots forming. But unlike last year where it took 10 days just for the welts to come down, within 1 day of not going in the sun, the rash like cleared itself up. So even with starting to trigger it, the skin was able to heal up really quickly because I think the melanin just really helps protect the skin, obviously. Rose says she gets it on her shoulders if she burns at all. And don't you hate it? Like it welts up. Mine gets super itchy and I'm just like scratching at it. So that's also the reason it takes forever to heal, because I'm tearing it open all the time. Not good things. And so to prevent it, in the past, I've had to go on prednisone whenever we will go to Hawaii. Like last year in Bora Bora, it was just gross. But in the summertime, I went on prednisone for Hawaii and prednisone for Mexico in October. And luckily, I never blew up in the rash because I was taking the prednisone. And I never gained weight on the prednisone, and I never went crazy on the prednisone because I was just doing a short cycle of just taking a pill per day when I was there, right? But it's nice if I can get this added color, more sun protection, because when you're super fair like this, not only are you developing the sun, or you have the possibility of developing the sun allergy and dealing with it, but then also your skin just isn't as protected as somebody who can tan. And so being able to use these peptides to boost that melanin has been great for me. Now, I know a lot of people don't like these peptides. I know a lot of people have concerns about them. I would say the biggest side effect that I constantly hear from people or read online of people who've used it is just that they get very, very nauseous on Melanotan too. I didn't, but that's just anecdotal that a lot of people do. Maybe it's because I've used so many peptides, my body's gotten used to it now. Okay, let's see. Lindsay says, when I was estrogen deficient, I would get rashes from sun. Lindsay, that is so interesting because so I have Hashimoto's, and because of my IUD, I'm super high estrogen. That's actually one of the reasons I'm also doing the testosterone pellet was to try to like balance them out because I'm like estrogen dominant. So even being estrogen dominant, you can still get this sun allergy. So I don't even know if those hormones even, I mean, hormones play a role in every system in our body, of course, but I do wonder how much those are impacting it. And is it more just the fact that when you're super fair like this and your body has melanocytes, but it just doesn't trigger as much melanin as other people, and then all of a sudden those rays hit your skin, they just create this inflammation, and all of a sudden your body goes to attacking it because it doesn't know what to do. So I think the melanin boosting really protects the nucleus, and then I think helps ward off that inflammation and like attack mode that your body goes into for some reason. Tiff Sleep says, definitely want to try this out. I'm a redhead that can tan, but it takes so long and I freckle. Okay, great question. Or it wasn't a question, but a comment that I want to talk about. Yes, so your freckles are going to pop up more. That's kind of amazing that you can tan because like I can't tan. Like it doesn't matter. Without this peptide, I could never get this color. I lived in Hawaii for a really long time. I've grown up in California. Believe me, I can't get this color naturally. This is my natural melanin, but the melanin was stimulated to produce more than it normally does. So, like, if you are a redhead, and you know, I have a lot of freckles too, they kind of like merge together into one freckle. Because like the melanin boosts like through those areas that don't normally boost, right? But I'm really, really happy with the color. I don't know if this lighting is like doing a really great job at like showing it, but I'm really happy with it. Rose says, I want to try. Will someone try with me? I'm scared. Okay, Rose, are you in the app? Because I'm pretty sure there are people who have used it in the app. I know that not as many people are using this one as like tirzepatide and some of the GLP ones, but I don't think I'm alone. I know people have used it. I think Jean is using it too, and she's super fair. And she says she can't believe, you know, like it's just night and day on what happens. I love your freckles. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Oh yes, I am for years. Okay, thank you, Rose. Sorry that I'm so bad at keeping track of everyone. Oh, you get your tries. Okay. Oh, Bitch and Beauty says she'll try with you, Rose, that she just ordered. Okay, so I want to talk about that. And so this week's YouTube video tomorrow kind of is an extension of last week's video. I just kind of like reiterate some things and then showcase more of like going outside and kind of like the process of it and how it developed. I touch on a couple other things, and then I talk about how now after using the whole vial of the Melanotan 2, the 10 milligram, now I've transitioned for my maintenance phase onto Melanotan 1. And I think, I mean, in my mind, the reason I reasoned it this way was because Melanotan 2 hits on a bunch of other receptors besides just the single one that Melanotan 1 hits on, and that's the reason you can get more color. It's also the reason it can increase your libido and maybe suppress some of your hunger. I didn't notice any hunger suppression, and I have the testosterone pellet, so my libido is already up. So I don't know if the Melanotan 2 made any impact a noticeable impact because the testosterone is so strong. Honestly, actually, I just got my blood work back on the second testosterone pellet, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna back it down next time because now my testosterone is like really, really high." But at least I don't think I've gotten a lot of the negative side effects of testosterone. I do have a few like zits on my back, but I haven't gotten any more on my face. I haven't grown any weird hair. So I'm pretty happy with the testosterone pellet, I think. Which vendor do you use? Okay, Edwards. Hey, Edward. A girl without freckles is like a night without stars. I'm biased. Lindsay is also a redhead with freckles. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. I want to share with you guys some of my favorite like on repeat sunscreens right now. And I don't know if you guys have tried them. This one is a goodie, but an oldie. So this is the Shiseido. This one's a water resistant one. It's an SPF 50. I really love how this one goes on. I mean, Shiseido makes beautiful products. Let's see how many things I can do simultaneously. Okay, we are going to, oh, I meant to bring a towel with me. I'm going to wipe off my hands. Okay. Hey, can anybody hear me? Will you bring me a towel? All right, well, hey, can anybody hear me? Okay, bring me a towel, thank you. Will you bring me a towel? Okay. Yes, sunblock. Okay, so this one's really beautiful. Now that I have a towel coming, I don't need to be as scared. Oh, thank you, buddy. Oh, and actually, these are my pool towels, and I'm going to link to these this week in the video because we've used these for a couple years now. They're these Turkish towels. I think they come in sets of 4. We got a bunch of them for the pool. They've been great. I'm super happy with this buy, and it's really affordable. Okay, let's put that there. Okay, so this is not good lighting for this. Okay, so this is, let's see, my fix that? There's all this glare. This is gonna be a problem. Okay, well, you can see that one rubs in really nice. So that one doesn't have, this one isn't as much of a mineral sunscreen, definitely more chemical, but still really, really nice. I like how, I just love how it feels. And is there anything else to say about this? No, but that's a good one. I like that it comes in a big bottle. Okay. I'm going to wait. There's one that like blew my mind. So that's going to be the last one I'm going to share with you. So I've shared this one before. I got it from Sephora during the sale. And this one is really beautiful. This is by Kosas. This is a 40. And so this one has a bronzer to it. The lighting is horrible. You guys can't see anything. Really good at planning this. Okay. I'm going to fall off the treadmill. So this one has been really beautiful just as it is. Like, I've been just wearing this out. This is my sunscreen and my foundation and my skincare all rolled in, and my bronzer all rolled into it. Oh, did you guys see this? I burnt my arm, and I am concerned about how it's going to heal since I've been on the Melanotan too. And if you compromise your skin sometimes during it, you can maybe get hyperpigmentation more just because the stimulation of more melanin. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. That was not anticipated. Okay. Does anyone know if you have a history of skin cancer, you can take the Melanotan? Okay. I think that's an interesting question. So people are saying don't because there's not enough research. Some people have tried to draw connections between some melanoma cancer starting after some people have used Melanotan too. But I think to be fair, people who are like me are probably going to want to use Melanotan too. And all of the sun damage that I did before I turned 18 years old, right? So the triggering for the skin cancer, so that happened really, really early on in my life. And so I don't know if by using Melanotan 2, if in the future I have melanoma, is it the Melanotan 2 that causes melanoma, or just the nature of me living on this earth with skin like this that doesn't have as much protection, right? So sometimes I think we have to be careful because we have to think about the populations who might be using these. And Melanotan 1 in particular is approved for polymorphous light eruption. People who are going to get polymorphous light eruption are going to be super fair like me, or redheads, people who don't have enough melanin production to protect their DNA. Lindsay has me cycling between Alastin Kales and La Roche-Posay. Kales has been the least oily for me. Oh, good. I know, Wendy, she says, OMG, we are alive. It's been a while. I know. Thanks, guys. I wish I could edit faster, but I'm always looking into ways to, make it all work. Okay, so that was the Kosas one. Really beautiful. Have you guys tried, so you guys know that I love Supergoop, the glow ones, like in the bronzy and the original, great. So this is an SPF 50. It is thicker than you would realize, so you don't need a lot. This one definitely has more of a white cast to it, but literally this is like a foundation in a sunscreen that's mineral, and it's an SPF 50. Oh, I guess I should have spread it over my owie. That probably would have been a better example. Okay. I know. I'm going to do a better reel. This lighting is horrible. I'm sorry. But this one is super light. Okay. Those are all really good sunscreens. I have them on repeat. But this is my favorite one so far this year. And I'm interested to know if you guys have tried it. And let me just see any questions before I go on. Yeah, skin cancer is from prior damage, Rose says, yeah. My thoughts is that if you're going to get it, it just speeds the process up. I don't believe it actually caused it. Bitch and Beauty, I 100% agree with that too. You love color science, Lindsay says. Okay. This one, you guys. Have you guys tried the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Broad Spectrum SPF 45? Guys, this is so cooling, especially on a day like this. It has the most unique formula. When it says water drench, hyaluronic cloud sheer tint, yes, this is crazy. And I was to say, says it helps provide, it also does 72 hours of hydration. But this SPF is really, really awesome. The way it spreads down, you guys have to feel this. Like, just go into Sephora and go and feel it. It's so weird. It is almost like an oil feeling, but cooling at the same time. And it's not heavy, even though it looks dark. And again, it works great as that foundation because you don't need heavy makeup, especially in the summer. Thoughts on Fraxel treatments? I haven't really looked into Fraxel in a long time. My mom got Fraxel forever ago when it first came out, and she was not happy with it, and I saw it, and I didn't think it was that great. But that's like 10 years ago, Fraxel. I don't know if Fraxel has improved. Sorry, I'm going to increase my speed a little bit. So yeah, I just haven't really thought about it lately. Sorry about that. Okay, what did you guys think of those sunscreens? I know I didn't do a good job with the lighting. You couldn't really tell, but I'm telling you, I love all four of these. But this guy, very different than other sunscreens I've tried. Yeah, and somebody actually wrote me about another laser. They said it's better than V-beam and it's cheaper and it's newer. And I was like, I don't know that laser. So apparently there's a laser that's new, and I don't know its name, and it's supposed to be better than V-beam now at reducing redness and shrinking vessels in the face. Yeah, the SPF on it's 45, Edward. So everything, I think the lowest one was the Kosas at 40, Shiseido's 50, and Supergoop is 50. So these two are 50s. Kosas is the lowest at 40, and then Peter Thomas Roth is 45. Bitchin' BB, I don't think, no, because I had looked at the BBL Hero, and when she brought up this new laser to me, I hadn't heard of it before. I want to say she called it like, I don't know, there may have been like an E and an L in it or something. I need to go back and find that comment somewhere because I was like, okay. So these are those wannabe Lululemon. They're not wannabe Lululemon bottoms, but these are kind of like the cheaper butt lifting knockoff pants from Amazon. And I am loving these. I shared them last week in a reel, and you guys, they've been washed 2 times now. They're still going strong. They're like $26 or $28. Really good deal. I was actually looking at the listing yesterday, like, ooh, what other color should I get? This is the dupe for the Lululemon top. And I was going to wear it, but then I wanted you guys to see my tan against the white. So I kept on my aloe bra from earlier. But this is the knockoff on Amazon for the Lululemon Align top. And I brought down a Lululemon Align top just to show you how similar they are. And they're like exactly, they feel the same, they fit the same, like, but one's $68 and the other one's $26. This one's 26, this one's 68. And when this live is over, we'll link the these items in it so that if you want to shop them and see them, you can. And I'll link the SPFs too. Oh, good, Edward. Yeah. The abs, okay. I think doing the Melanotan too helped me see abs, you guys. I don't know if I've built any more, but definitely the tan helped define them. Okay, this is another super cute top from Amazon. The Amazon workout clothes have just gotten so cute. The back on this one is so darling. It's like open, just up at the neck. So this was another good find this past week. Again, this one's like 26. And then, and because I wasn't going to be able to pull this off while walking and keep my earbuds in, I didn't put it on. But this is the crop top that matches these bottoms. And this one was like 33% off. It was down to $20. Such a cute top. I actually wore this to my new doctor's office today. Worked out great. Oh, I'm 42 years old. Ashlyn, thank you. The meat diet's good. I made another meat skillet after I got back from the gym today. And I love doing my meat skillets because I'll eat one at the time that I make it. And then usually there's enough in it to go into 2 containers for 2 future lunches. It's usually how I organize it. Hello, Esther. How are you? Okay, so now I'm using Melanotan 1. So we finished off the bottle of Melanotan 2. And now I'm in my phase of just trying to maintain. I don't want to get any darker. I just want to have enough melanin boosting hormone to make sure that I can just like maintain this and stay protected from the sun this summer. So like with the loading phase, a lot of people will just like dose every day for 5 days and that's their loading phase. I need a lot more time and I wasn't able to do it every day. So basically my first 10 doses were like the lower concentration that I did. And then my last 5 injections, I doubled up the dose. And that's really when I started to see the impact. But I think because I took it slow for the first 10 injections, that's also why I never felt sick. I don't know. This is just me sharing with you what I did and how it worked out. Obviously, we're all different. Like, for instance, right now, I tried to microdose the tirzepatide, and I don't notice the tirzepatide. Maybe I just have to do a much higher dose, but semaglutide was so effective for me and so strong. I thought if I use the tirzepatide, which I know is stronger, and I reduce it down to a microdose, I would think I would still feel it, but I don't. So either it's me and my body doesn't work with tirzepatide well, or I just need to keep upping the dose until my body recognizes it, but I don't feel it at all. And I actually went up to 25 units, which is like the regular dose. That's like the regular dose for people. I still don't notice it. Not weird. So it's not like I'm crazy hungry. It's just when I was on semaglutide, there was a feeling that I recognized. And on tirzepatide so far, I can still eat. I don't have a problem eating, so that hasn't gone away. I'm not like overly hungry, but like, and look, I'm trying to find a way to just eat meat, feeling satisfied and not have any like food noise. So I'm just gonna wipe myself off with my towel now that I have it here. So with the Melanotan 2, I'm just doing 2 injections a week. And my hope is that in the next 2 weeks, if I just maintain that, I'm doing it on Mondays and Fridays, then we'll just hopefully just maintain this. Because if I can maintain this with 2 Melanotan 1 injections per week, then that would be great. Okay, interesting, Rose. I'm so glad you said that. She says, nope, I need 50 units of try to get anything. That is so interesting. Okay, but I appreciate you sharing that because that makes me feel better. Edward says your shredded beef recipe, it's a staple at my house. I got Lindsay hooked on your Italian soda. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love an amazing Italian soda? Oh my gosh, Edward, that's so kind. Thank you. I know I had to teach Jason how to do the roast too. And he does it all the time in the crock pot as well. Just one of those easy go-to meat. If you like meat, then just having a pot of meat like that you just like string up the meat and put it in your mouth, it's just like perfect. Okay, Samantha says, I'm currently using Melanotan 2. Got really sick that first time. Okay, I halved the dose and it went well, and it went away. Okay, yeah. So I think that's why maybe, especially with Melanotan 2, it's a really good idea to start slow with it because it does have a strong nausea component to it. Rose, no, I don't only eat meat. Like, I try to only eat meat, but like, for instance, real life. So today I made my meat skillet, which is bacon. I do use onion, and ground beef. And that's all it is with salt. And I ate that. I had a protein shake. Tonight, I have this little group of girls that we like to eat out together. And tonight is our dinner eat out group. And we're going to the Urban Bath House downtown. So it's kind of my favorite little date night with girls. And we're going to a Persian restaurant. I will order meat there, but there will be rice and salad and things like that that I will partake in. So I try to eat meat at every meal. At most meals, there's nothing else but meat. But sometimes in an event like this, I don't like looking like bizarre. Not, I just don't like making a thing about it for other people. So, and especially like at Persian food stuff, like community eating. So I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm going to enjoy it. Is Jason still going strong on carnivore? You know, he needs to make a new video on this because we've talked a lot about this because he kind of ebbs and flows. I mean, we are meat heavy. If you go and look at my refrigerator, it's just all meat. If you look at my freezer, it's all meat. It's very limited on the other things we have. So he mostly just eats steak, hamburger, bacon, and eggs. And so do the boys, and chicken. They eat a lot of chicken. I mostly just eat hamburger, bacon, and steak. Yeah. Is there anything else? I mean, I'll have like lamb and salmon. Like if a lot of times I'll get some kind of different meat when I eat out. So I'll do like salmon or lamb. But typically no starch, unless like when I was building over the last couple months, I did do a lot of sweet potato and a lot of butternut squash mash and some rice. But again, that was usually with my lunch in the middle of the day, and then dinner would still be steak. So, okay. Oh, Rose says her girlfriend needs 75 units. Wow. But to go back to your question, Edward, Jason is not full carnivore right now, but it's mostly just because like if we're out with friends, he's not just only eating meat, but here he is only eating meat. So, you know, there are the occasional nights where the boys make brownies and they're delicious and we do partake. And I know for people who are like purists and everything, whoa, oh, I didn't mean to stop. No, keep going. I accidentally hit the stop button. I know for people who are purists, me talking about the reality of life seems to annoy people, but I don't get it. Like, I don't think you have to be like 100% all the time. I don't think that's normal. I don't think it's reasonable. I mean, if that's a normal way for you to be, then that's fine. But I don't think it's wrong to also have some balance, but be really, really meat heavy. Oh, thanks, Melissa. She says we make the best barbecue meals. I do like a good barbecue. How long have I been on the treadmill for? 30, almost 38 minutes. So I walk for 3 miles typically. Okay, so I wanted to cover the sunscreens. I wanted to cover the Melanotan 2 from last week. Now the video that's coming tomorrow, kind of transitioning into Melanotan 1. We'll see how they vary. I'll probably do a future video where I just talk about how the differences I noticed between them, using them independently of one another. But let me know if you guys have questions right now, because I can answer them. Oh, I brought down my Melanotan 1 vial. Lovely. So yeah, just keep that in my fridge. And this one I'm just injecting twice a week. Edward, exactly. We're human. Nothing is perfection here. Like, it's all real. Sometimes we get sick. Sometimes I don't show up to something. All real things. Suncat says you are the most fit woman I've ever seen. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I promise you, I am not the most fit woman, but I try. But I am real too. Like, there's this one woman I follow on Instagram, you guys. Maybe you followed her too. She's like 50. And at 48, she was just like a normal mom body, not like super fat, not like tiny, just like normal, right? And at 48, she decided she was going to just like go hardcore into her protein and hardcore into her walking and hardcore into like lifting heavy 6 days a week. Guys, her body is freaking insane. I've never seen anything like it. It's a little too cut for me, but like the fact that she's that cut is just really, really impressive, like super motivating. And I've never seen anybody who has abs like hers. They're just like pillowed and packed. And I think she's 51 now. She looks fabulous. But she even talks about the fact that she's like, look, my kids all went off to college. I finally had this time. And she's like, I just decided to dedicate that time into building the best body I could. And she's like, I was able to commit to all these things, which I wouldn't have been able to commit to in a previous phase in my life. So I think it's really awesome that she did it later in life, and that she's sharing it and really shares like the things that made the big difference. And she's like, women who are, doing a lot of cardio, you're not going to build the muscles you want. She's like, you have to lift heavy and you have to eat a lot of protein. And she looks phenomenal. So kudos to her. And just a perfect example that like you have so many years ahead of you and so much opportunity to like live your goals and your dreams. And just because you're 50 doesn't mean that it's over, or just because you're 60 doesn't mean it's over. I mean, like, I was watching this lady who's like 80 years old doing handstands. I'm telling you guys, it's impressive. People are impressive. Yes, Edward, we will list the sunscreens. Don't you worry. Okay. Sorry, I should share this. What is the live in the app today, Melissa, just so that I can plug that for our members? And if you're not a member, you might want to join our app. We have lives every day of the week at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And so, for instance, on Monday, I microneedled. And then there was one last night. There'll be one tonight, Thursday, and then Friday. Well, so I'll probably get the schedule and just list it because I can never keep it all straight. Are there videos that you guys would like me to create that you feel like I've talked on certain things and you feel like I never like resolved the concept? Always let me know, because I sometimes, I don't know. There's just a lot going on and I forgot. Okay, so Ryan is doing Meso and Talks tonight. Awesome. Okay, if you guys have never watched Ryan in our app, he's fabulous. So much good information. Really good at doing the procedure, talking about the benefits, talking about, especially for men, he's great at like talking about men's skin and how it's thicker and how he requires more Botox or more tox units and things like that. So definitely having him do lives for us in the app is great. And our whole skin squad who does lives for us is awesome, or they're awesome. Okay, Keto Nana says, I'm 58, just starting out in my skincare journey. I have learned so much from you. Thank you. Well, I just love to share. And I love that we're able to improve ourselves together. Like, it's awesome. It's like a huge club, huge virtual club. You're having a hard time locating videos on the app, Julia. Okay. Oh, and so Melissa just said she can help you. So the app is organized by hashtag. And so if you put in a hashtag and searched it, it would pull up everything that was ever hashtagged. So like microneedling, for instance, pull up every post or video that was ever hashtag microneedling. Then there's like a 3 little hamburger thing up on the upper left-hand corner of the app. If you tap that, it opens up a side window that stacks all of the groups that are in the app. So like peptides, for instance, if you go into the peptides group, then everything related to peptides is all in that one flow, and you can just go through it all. Or again, you can search by hashtag for a specific peptide. If it's a video that I personally did, another way to find it is to go to my profile and then just scroll down my feed and look for the video you're looking for. There's a bunch of different ways to navigate. And then also on the naturalchaos.com blog, every YouTube video and a lot of my Meso lives also have a blog post that goes along with them. So if you wanted to see all the products that I used, or if you like it in that format better, so both places. Can we try and Melanotan? I did. In fact, in the app a month ago when I did my first Melanotan 2 dose, I reconstituted the tirzepatide and the Melanotan 2 that day and did both. I did them both together. I don't think that there's no like counter indications between them. The only thing that you might notice is nausea, right? Melissa's always on it. She's so fast. She can type faster than I can speak. You're on point with all your content, Kim. Diet, lifestyle, and skincare, men's, and especially travel for me. Oh, thanks, Edward. That's so kind of you. It has definitely been an evolution, but it's kind of like skincare was great, but I kind of felt like, and I still do it obviously, but I kind of felt like I was ready for new things to be added into the mix just to like keep me motivated and me entertained and me wanting to make videos and create stuff. And so that's why I've been so grateful that everyone in the app has been good with like the peptides and the body stuff, because I agree. I think it all just goes hand in hand. And then on top of it, travel, because who doesn't want to travel? Delia says, yes, I tried that. But for example, I was looking for your and Jason's video when he did M2 for the first time. I could not find it. Is there a way to save videos? Those are all really good questions. I know that Jason did the Melanotan 2 for the first time in January. If that helps with kind of navigating to an area of my feed. Because like if you go into my profile and you scroll back down to January, then you'll find that live video. But that's like the way I think of it off the top of my head. I mean, I guess also searching hashtag Melanotan 2, maybe. Okay. We went to Portugal 3 weeks ago for the. You did? You went and saw Taylor Swift in Portugal? I feel like you're living the best life, Edward. I don't even know if I'll ever get to go to a Taylor Swift concert, let alone one in Portugal. How fun. That sounds just like an amazing experience. Portugal must be having some really good deals right now, because I feel like I see a lot of people in Portugal these days. And whenever that happens, I feel like there was like a couple months ago, some airline like drop for flights to Portugal, and everybody like sucks them up. And then all of a sudden, a couple months later, you see everyone's in Portugal. I remember when that happened with Iceland, and like tickets to Iceland, for some reason, there was like this freak glitch. They were all like $200, and everybody got these Iceland tickets for like $200, but not me. No. For me, I will find the $2,000 ticket somehow, because I seem to always miss the amazing airline glitches. Okay, where am I? Well, I don't want to bore you guys. I'm here if you guys want to ask questions about anything. It doesn't need to be on Melanotan 2 or 1. It can be on anything. But I do have like 0.4 of a mile left. So we can stay and chat, or we can get off and I'll do the rest to a podcast. Let's see. What do you think the next sale for Beauty from Korea will be? Oh, I don't know. Just so you know, like they usually like these brands usually like will contact me and Melissa and just like let us know like, oh, for Father's Day there's going to be this sale or but for Joe's in Korea right now finding some new product and I don't know, but in our app he gives our app members such a good discount like standard. But yeah, I don't know when the next sale for Beauty from Korea will be. I'm sure soon though. They all like to move products. And Joe at Beauty from Korea has some different like deals too. Like he has some like package deals for members from the app. Okay, Wendy says I got back from Spain 2 weeks ago. It is cheap to live in Portugal than the US, beautiful place. Oh yeah, much cheaper. I used to live in Spain and then we went to Portugal for a spring break and it was so crazy because I was like driving around with like a group of like college friends. We rented this like villa on the ocean with a pool. Literally, it was like $40. It was so cheap a night, $40. It was like, yeah. See, I love that, Edward. He says it was cheaper to see Taylor Swift in Lisbon, Portugal, than it was to see her stateside. And it was a birthday gift for her. Aww. When's Jason going to get me Taylor Swift tickets? Yeah. You have to go out in the sun every time you do the shot of Melanotan. What if you missed today and took the shot as a waste? No. I mean, I shouldn't say no. So they do, yeah. They have like a lot of people because they get, this is okay. Let me explain this. I was injecting mine and then I was immediately going outside. And to me, that makes sense for the half-life on these peptides because I want them boosting that hormone and I want it boosted while the UV light is hitting my skin, again, triggering the melanocytes because that's how you're going to get the trigger and the extra volume of melanin. But my understanding is because a lot of people do get sick, feel very nauseous on melanotan too. Again, I didn't, but people do. So a lot of people will inject at night, like with tirzepatide or semaglutide or Saxenda, because those can also make you ill. They'll inject at night, sleep through the illness, and then they'll expose their skin to sun in the morning. I think that there's a difference between your loading phase and your maintenance phase as well. I think, and this could be wrong, I mean, I'm going to learn, we'll see. But I think with the maintenance phase, it's a little bit different because all you're doing is just keeping that supply of melanin kind of triggered that's already been activated. But like I felt like with the melanotan 2, in order to get this color, I had to inject and I had to purposely go out for like at least 40 minutes, like 20 minutes on the front, 20 minutes on the back. There were some days that I injected and did not go out because I injected and then it rained. So I was like, okay. So that could have been a loss for me. I don't know. It was in my system, but I don't know if I got the biggest bang for my buck when I injected and then didn't go outside. When is the Colorado trip video coming? Oh, Edward, you're so sweet. Okay, this is the real deal of YouTube, just so you guys know. I know I always share these things, but it's just the truth of it. And I don't want you guys to think I'm lazy and not working on the Colorado Vail video. So I love travel videos. I really do. I love traveling. I love making travel videos. I think it's super fun. The problem with travel videos for me is typically they don't do that well. But travel videos are some of the most time-consuming videos I work on. And so when I'm really, really crunched trying to get all these things done, it's hard for me to want to put 50 hours into a travel video that might not even get 1,000 views when I can put that same effort into a skincare, microneedling, peptide type of video, and typically it'll do better. And the other thing to understand about YouTube, so this is like the insight into the YouTube algorithm, is basically you have like audiences. So if we think of this circle as my microneedling audience, these are all the people who always like microneedling. And all of a sudden, YouTube learns, oh, this girl makes these kinds of videos. These are the people who like it. So they're constantly pushing you towards that microneedling video. But then if I make a video on Veil, now that's a totally different audience. And YouTube is confused. And they're like, wait, who do we give this video to? And so maybe they'll push it out to all the people who watch microneedling videos, but then maybe those people aren't like that interested in Veil. So they love microneedling from me, but they're never going to click on the Veil video. So what ends up happening is the Veil video doesn't track well in the beginning, and then it never tracks well because it dies on launch, because now that my channel is more established with audiences, it struggles to pick up the travel audience. And the only real travel video right now that I have that's still performing well is Bora Bora, but that's Bora Bora, and Bora Bora typically is going to perform well. So I want to make the Colorado video. I do. I don't know when I'm going to do it. That's the only issue. Maybe if I can hire an editor this summer, then I'll get the Colorado video out, because I want to go through that footage. I want to make it. Yes, Lake Powell. I always put out the Lake Powell video, so that will be coming, because we'll go there in a month. Edward says, really, that's crazy. I've used your pointers for Portugal, Turkey, and Spain. Aw. It's the truth of the beast of these platforms and the algorithms. Look, the algorithm brought me you guys. So I can't bitch about how the algorithm works. It works, especially here on YouTube. Like, it's great. But the truth of it all is that you can't really be a jack of all trades on YouTube and have the algorithm understand what you do. It wants to understand the makeup of your audience, and then you have to cater to that audience 24/7. And if you deviate from that, you'll usually have videos that don't do as well. Now, sometimes you can hit it out of the park, like when I did the carnivore videos last year, and those ones just hit at the right time. Whatever reason, they blew up. I should make more carnivore videos, but I can't help it, because really, when I started YouTube, it was a different channel, and I just want that channel to be here again with us. And so, and my people from the app and people who follow me for years, that's the content that they're more accustomed to. And I think it's the most helpful content a lot of times, the real content. So, I don't know. Hey, you guys, I hit 3 miles. I almost went over. But definitely the peptides have been great. Oh, hey, Roberto, how are you? We were talking about peptide. Well, we were talking about peptides because that's what I used to get tan. And we went over sunscreens. And then I was just kind of ranting about the algorithm on YouTube, and how when I deviate from certain niches, then sometimes it can be good, but most of the time it's not good for me. I don't know. I just need to figure out how to edit faster, because I would love to be putting out 3 videos again per week. But I don't know how I do that right now. All right, you guys, you got me through 3 miles and a quarter. I appreciate it so much. Melanotan 1 video will be coming tomorrow. And basically it's phase 2, or my maintenance phase, of this whole tanning peptide session, where I just finished Melanotan 2. Now I'm doing Melanotan 1. Tomorrow's video will cover more of that in detail. And then if you didn't see last week's video on Melanotan 2 and how I started it, you can check that out. And let's see, Edward says, carnivore brought me 2 guys. Skincare got me hooked. coming back to your content. Travel and Skin got me, and you got me to your Lindsay on board, but your transparency has kept me here. You and Jason Rock. Oh, thanks, Edward. Sorry that I have such a hard time reading and walking. Okay, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being so kind to me. Thanks for walking with me inside since it's 101 degrees outside today. And I'll be on the live premiere with you guys tomorrow evening for the next phase of the Melanotan peptide tanning experience. Okay, anything that I talked about will be listed in the video below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.